There we go. Got some life in here. It's like, where the fuck my mic at? Alright, mic on. There we go. We got, hold on, let me check the properties on here. Just make sure everything running and good. The fuck we on default for? We are, put that right. What the fuck is this called? Alright, deadass, I should have tested this before I went on stream. Holy shit, what the fuck am I doing? Am I stupid? Alright, first of all, I need to figure out which one is which. This is sound output. This is one. Alright. That makes sense. So when I put these in, it should change the output. But hold on. Alright. Oh shit, is these. Alright. Let's just test. Alright. That's good. That's good. We got some mic action working. Alright, man. Let's stop this real quick. Yo, I heard this nigga EDP got a fucking trailer, bro. This nasty ass nigga, man. Heard he got a trailer for a documentary or some shit. So let's see what that's talking about. Alaba.
And again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she? 13. 13, okay. And before we get into the messages, there was sexual content involved, yes or no? Right. And you said... Correct. Okay, all right. Again, so what brings...
Yo, you got this nigga standing in the fucking dark looking like a Batman villain, bro. This nigga... He posted up like Bane or some shit, bro. He's just a pedophile. Nigga said, yo, I'm saying just, just is crazy. No, pedophilia is not okay. Alright, but he ain't no fucking Gotham villain. Alright, that shit not okay though. My bad. Fuck. Oh my god. PR of hell. What the fuck am I doing?
You out here today?
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake. This is the story of EDP 445.
Like, he went to that place
I like the
to
fucking...
have sex with a 13.
Oh my god, it's fucking Charlie. Hey man, how you doing, Charles?
13-year-old.
Definitely viewer discretion is advised. You know, dude's a perverted dude.
Gideon, okay.
EDP soliciting sex from who he thinks is an underage kid.
Oh hell no! Why is he there? He ain't no better. He freaking he was the dude that bailed out Chud. That's what he was, bro. And he getting freaking exposure on this. He ain't no better. He be calling black people the N-word and all that. And he freaking he was trying to bail out a racist from his prison sentence after shooting a black man after antagonizing him. Freaking dork.
He sent me videos of him masturbating.
Yo, this is a trailer. How am I supposed to get through the... This is a trailer. Yo, how am I supposed to get through the entire documentary in 13 days when it dropped? This is just horrible. This is just objectively bad. This is horrible.
I would say EDP is completely innocent.
What? What? he put his whole face out there. Hold on.
I would say EDP is completely innocent.
He put his whole face out there and said that with his chest. He's trolling. No, that has to be an out of context clip or something. There's no way that he vehemently believes that EDP 445 Cupcake Man, the dude that was sending all types of nasty and depraved things to a 13-year-old girl, is innocent. There's no way that guy, he looked like Diddy. All right, that makes sense now. This guy is you know, yikes. That's a yikes, man.
So what advice would I give to EDP 445? You need to stop doing this documentary.
Yo, he really hopped on his own exposed documentary, bro, and decided to speak for himself of why he's a pedophile. That's commitment. I mean, look, your reputation already tarnished. I guess you get some. I guess he get a check out of this. I guess for appearing on the what's the name? Like, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that he would not do this for some type of monetary gain, because there ain't really much else that he would like sit there and talk about this for.
Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know?
Why do you think you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old?
I mean, the reason why I wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old is already fucking clear.
Huh? What? What? Yo. Yo, this is the trailer. How am I supposed to get through the documentary, bro, if he already said sick shit like this? How am I supposed to ever get through a trailer? If that's what he's... That's insane. I'm not gonna lie to you. This guy is so odd, yo.
Oh, well, he was talking to 13 and 12-year-olds. Fuck all that.
Yo, I'm trying to save his PR, bro. We got all the evidence, gang. Like, it's cooked, bro. You one dubious ass nigga. You nasty. You all types of shit, bro. Words can't describe how nasty you are, gang. Like, to not only prey on a woman, preyed on a little girl. It's a big yikes, man.
None of you fucking faggots can break my ass because I'm still standing, bitch.
Yo, there's no way to the confidence this guy has to hop online all the time after everything that has transpired, and it still is like doubling and tripling and quadrupling down. That he like, I'm a pedophile, so what? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, what is, yo? Yo, this nigga is crazy, yo. This nigga is crazy, man. Alright, August 9th, 7 p.m. We locked in. We tuned in, man. Yo, this nigga is... Yo, he is crazy, yo. There's no way that he actually sat there and was like, yeah, let me record this. Let me just be out the top. Like, let me get out my body. Let me show these niggas I'm big dog. Let me talk. Like, yeah, touch kids, niggas, so what? That don't seem odd to niggas. That don't seem odd to him. That don't seem odd. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. It's a big fucking yikes, yo. Alright. Let me make sure I get this fucking Charlie video. Alright. We still talking about EDP. Oh, we got a freaking Andrew Tate video after this too? Okay. I guess it's a reaction day. This is a reaction stream, man. Okay. I think we gonna do good, man. Okay. Hold on. It's a reaction day, yo. Let me hit the copy link. Damn, my camera, what's the name is hell? Yo, I can't spell apparently. Hold on. I can't spell. Yo, hold on. Yo, am I dead ass? Okay. Alright. Oh, I've been freaking. Hold on. Let's sit here and do this damn recording again. Let me pour up this drink. You know what I need to do? I need to sit there and like fucking like all the freaking clips and stuff that I be posting on YouTube and TikTok, Instagram, all that or whatever. Post some of this shit to Twitter. I mean, ain't no harm in it, I guess. Like, you know, but fuck it. I gotta do what I gotta do, gang. Alaba.
A few years ago, Mike Klum came out of nowhere from the top turnbuckle, delivering a flying elbow drop that no one was expecting. Fresh off the battle bus, he deployed a cinematic experience that really kind of took the internet by storm, a professional, extraordinary documentary on Boogie 2988. And since then, it'd been radio silence. But there were some whispers and some information floating around about his next project that he was hard at work on, a documentary covering EDP 445, Eat That Pussy 445, and now it's here. Well, the trailer is. He just dropped the trailer for it, The Sick Mind of EDP, and the full documentary is scheduled for August 9th. And I'm gonna spill the beans here, cat's out of the bag. I've seen the whole thing. Not only have I seen the entirety of the documentary, I've even seen the fucking Snyder Cut version of it, of things that didn't make it. It is legitimately unbelievable. And to be clear, this isn't a documentary that just aims to slopify a criminal, which EDP is. And he openly admits to, I think it was like close to 20 crimes throughout the entirety of the documentary. It might have been more. He himself openly admits to tons of crimes. And the documentary isn't just like a piece of entertainment to point and laugh at EDP. It tells the whole story and showcases the dangerously delusional, violent predator that he is, and brings in like professionals to also talk about it as well. It's not just like this, you know, goofy piece or anything. It is covering a genuinely dangerous, evil person. Like, I really wouldn't be surprised for renewed interest from the authorities after this documentary comes to light here, because I'm not kidding or exaggerating. He brazenly admits to so many crimes, confirming his intent behind so many things in regards to children. Like, I don't know how these things could just be ignored by authorities when he himself is just fucking bragging about it and going into detail on all of it. So that way there's no confusion or guesswork or anything. There's
all right. Hold on. Deadass. Okay. For him to actually fucking like sit there and like brag about touching kids is absolutely insane. How do you get on a documentary and then, you know, obviously the entire world hates you. We know you a scumbag. We know you a piece of shit. We know you a goofy. Why would you hop on? Like, he had to do this for some type of monetary value, because there's no way that you actually hopped on a documentary about exposing you for free and decide to go in graphic details about touching a kid. You a sick motherfucker. That is absolutely insane how sick you are. The fact that he's sitting over here and he's like an insider and he's telling us that we gotta wait, we've been waiting 13 days and shit for like the actual documentary to drop and stuff like that or whatever. But the stuff that got cut out was too graphic to even put in the video. Just demonstrates how sick of a bastard this guy is. This is insane. This is insane amounts of fucking like depravity we were witnessing at the moment.
There's even a section where Mike talks to like a lawyer about all of this and like, hey, what would you say to EDP? And immediately he says, stop doing the documentary, shut the fuck up.
So what advice would I give to EDP 445? You need to stop doing this documentary.
That's a piece of it, but he was expressing confusion that he would even agree to do this because he is just outwardly admitting to all of these crimes, remorse with no remorse, like even just casually talking about his crimes and like his intent and everything. It is shocking, like genuinely, like I'm not using that as like a buzzword. It was shocking to watch this. And Mike Klum financed this entire thing out of his own pocket for the better part of 2 years. And the quality here, it's indistinguishable from like the biggest budget documentaries that you'll find, like Netflix documentaries.
That was a really good,
an incredible work here. Like this is his magnum opus. Really this was a 2.5 year-ish project, and the work that went into it, man, the thousands of hours, it shows. I really wouldn't be surprised if EDP does end up in handcuffs after this premieres. Like, I know that's probably like really, you know, over the top to even think something like that's a possibility, but when you watch this documentary, you'll see what I mean. He openly talks about his crimes that he got away with, and the documentary doesn't pull any punches or shy away from it. Mike Klum shows you all of it, and EDP himself doesn't shy away from it. He admits to all of it numerous times. Some crimes I didn't even know he'd committed, he talks about. I just don't know how the local law enforcement would plug their ears and shield their eyes to it. Like, he openly brags about it. You'll always remember this day you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow, and he just keeps going on and on and on about all of these crimes. Like, he's not a ghost, he's not fucking D.B. Cooper. He is proudly talking about it, bragging about it. So, like, to me, it feels like there should be like a subsequent investigation from the local law enforcement at the very least to look into EDP here about all of this shit.
I mean, there's multiple documentaries that's already been out there. Like, you know, if the police really wanted to do some research and stuff, like he spent like a couple weeks in jail or something like that or whatever when he went broke and stuff like that and kept on getting banned off all types of platforms and stuff like that or whatever. But nobody has actually convicted him for the actual sexual crimes against minors that he is admitted to, that he's done, he could have done, have been investigated, not investigated, whatever. Truth of the matter is, there's already enough evidence against him to know that he is in fact did those sexual crimes against a minor, and we know for a fact that he's done it multiple times in the past before. So, you know, and he's been wandering the street for about 8 years at this point, you know, so, hey, like, at this point, they're not going to actually sit there and do their job and do an actual investigation to legitimize any of these facts that were sitting out there. He knows this, so that's why he's coming on camera and he's just openly admitting to it, because it's like, law enforcement don't really give a fuck. Okay, I did it, so what? Like, I don't even know why we sat there and had a conversation with this guy. Like, I don't even want to know the psyche of this nigga, bro. Why can't we just get this nigga off Earth? Why can't we just do that, man? We gotta start killing niggas, man. Start burning people at the cross and shit. Like, it's EDP and that David nigga, bro. Just both of them just need to burn. I don't know why we just don't pull the trigger. You know, I mean, we is in the same type of, we in the same country where we hide behind sexual deviants and predators and stuff like that have been named in the Epstein files, right? That we can legitimize that they've done like some sort of sexual crime or any type of crime that was talked about in those particular files and stuff like that or whatever. But I just think I think the government is trying to minimize the act of a sexual crime against a minor. I think a lot of people that have been doing those acts keep getting away with those acts because the government know they do be doing that shit too. So if they start locking a whole bunch of other civilians up for it or whatever, they gotta hold themselves accountable. So, you know, they're not gonna do that shit. So we're just actively minimizing sexual crimes against minors at this point, because that's how volatile the country is when it comes to you know, one, believing what the government says about the Epstein files not being real and stuff like that or whatever, and then you know, verification of facts. Like, nobody really wants to sit there, like, the government's not really sitting over there trying to do their job for real. You know, they got their own shit they gotta handle. There's so much corruption bleeding up to the fucking top or whatever, so they not worried about what regular civilians is doing by their day-to-day lives and shit like that for the most part. You know, and there's a lot of like petty crimes that go unresearched, unannounced, unwarranted and stuff like that when it comes to anything like, you know, you get your car stolen, you know, they're not going to check about that until like fucking 3 months later. If somebody's stealing your car, the first thing going to take that shit to, they're going to take that shit to an auto shop or whatever, and they're going to get that shit stripped, and they're going to sell it for parts. You ain't never going to see your car again. So as soon as it get took, and you file a police report, and they said we'll get on it in this day or the next day, just consider your shit took. You're never going to see your car again. You're never going to see the thief. Them niggas already ran off. The cops is not really going to do their job when it comes to petty crime, when it's theft, you know. And I think back then we used to take sexual crimes against minors a lot more seriously. And I think because of like all the pushback between the Epstein files and all the other shit that's going on between the politicians and stuff like that, getting called out for being sexual deviants, they just don't want to round up any type of predator or whatever. Because as soon as it makes a headline for this person being a predator, you're already going to have people in the comments going to be like, well, why don't we get this politician? Or why don't we get this officer? Or why don't we get this authority figure or whatever for doing the exact same crime that this civilian has done? So that's why we not taking it seriously anymore. And I just find that sad.
That is documented and that he talks about as well. But I also really appreciate that Mike Klum is using this documentary to benefit victims of sexual violence. The money that is being raised through this documentary is going directly to RAIN, which is a charity to help victims of sexual violence, which I thought was just such a nice gesture. I think that's just extraordinary. So Mike Klum spent 2.5 years on this, financed out of his own pocket to deliver this masterpiece documentary here, and the money is helping people that could really benefit from it. RAIN is a great charity, and I think that's just super nice. Anyway, though, I've been yapping a lot about it. Let me show you a little bit more of the trailer here. I highly recommend you go check out the whole thing. He has the premiere scheduled if you want to, save a tab for it so you don't miss it.
Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know?
Why do you think you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old?
I mean, the reason why I wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old is already fucking clear.
Like, see, that's why I say he has to be doing this for some type of monetary gain, because there's no way you're going to sit in front of a camera and they're going to ask, why did you have try to have sex with a 13-year-old? And your first thing is like, shouldn't that be obvious? Like, there's no way that you sat there in your brain and calmly thought that wasn't odd to you. So he has to be doing, like, he has to be playing some type of, villain role or whatever, so he can get a check and shit like that or whatever. Like, at this point, it don't matter what this nigga say. His reputation's already tarnished. So at this point, I think he just playing into it shit. This nigga know he a piece of shit. So, as long as he get money out of it, he gonna show off for the camera. He gonna say whatever the fuck you want him to say. This shit is weird as fuck, yo. This shit is insane.
I have to interject here. I can't resist. It's like an itch I have to scratch, because I now that I can yap about it, it's hard not to yap about it, because the things EDP says and does throughout this documentary are incomprehensible. I do not think any of you are... You couldn't even fathom, like, what is in the documentary here. So, like, that little clip right there where he says verbatim the reason why he wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old is pretty fucking clear. He says shit like that throughout the documentary numerous times with no shame whatsoever. He is just openly talking about it. Like, just openly talking about it. And he, like, the things he agrees to do, like, the shots of him in the orange jumpsuit behind bars and stuff like that. He just actually wanted to do all that. Like, there's a scene in here as well where they're outside of, like, a real prison with him in the jumpsuit. There's a scene where he digs his own grave. Like, it really is a fucking sick mind. Like, EDP is, like, yes, it is, like, become a source of, like, goofs and gags to, like, point and laugh at EDP, but it's important to remember, like, he actually is, like, a dangerous man. Like, he actually is, like, a fucking filthy, degenerate man who is a very not safe person to be around. And there are so many things in this documentary that make that abundantly clear. Now, in the version that we saw when Mike brought it to us at the farm, it was the raw version, and it couldn't exist on YouTube in that form. So I have no doubt that it's gone through some changes so that way it can stay on the platform. But in the version that we watched, even offering...
He might as well post that on Patreon if you really want to get, like, some attention and gravitate towards it. If he wants, like, a real, raw, uncut version of what the sick mind of EDP be talking about, bro, he might as well make a Patreon and post that
Like,
there.
one of the first scenes is Mike and EDP are in a car, EDP's driving, they stop, and then there's some kids outside on the sidewalk nearby because there's a school, and just totally unprompted, out of nowhere, EDP just starts talking really creepily about those children. Like,
what? Why is he still allowed school zones? Yo, why is he still allowed school zones, man? What the what? No.
This is a dangerous predator. And there are multiple instances where he just goes on these fucking monologues, like these sexual fueled monologues about like some unhinged gross shit. Another thing that becomes very clear in the documentary is his infatuation with the idea of violence. He talks multiple times, a lot really, about how close he is to killing people, like the people he wants to murder. He is glued to the idea of violence. Like, this is an unstable, evil, sick predator.
There ain't even much of a choice this nigga got, bro. He's hated by the entire world. You know? I'm surprised he hasn't did it. Like, you know, like, in a sense, like, obviously we don't wish that on people. We don't condone any of that types of things or whatever. Unless it's like somebody that really need to get gone, right? But it, like, his life has been so like ruined by this point because of these disgusting acts that he has committed, and the only reason he's not in prison is because law enforcement is not taking action as they should. But you know that like he at that point he's just too far gone. You know, like he's put in that box where he really don't got a choice to do anything else. You feel me? So I'm like, for somebody to like vehemently just talk about like doing sexual acts and stuff like that to children and stuff like that, I'm surprised that he hasn't committed any violent crimes outside of the fact that he's touching minors. So, like, if anything, I'm more surprised that he hasn't.
And something Mike did that I thought was a really good idea is he brings in like professionals to talk about EDP as well in the documentary and present through it, like that lawyer you heard from a moment ago.
I keep running through
and I think that adds a lot to the overall documentary. He also has like recreations of his childhood using actors and stuff, which was a pretty wild endeavor to go through here, to like actually hire actors for the documentary, which is why he's calling it a cinematic experience there, because it is like a cinematic experience going through like his history, but it is one that is aiming to tell the story of this dangerous man who has got away with unthinkable shit. And I'm hopeful that this will lead to at least some kind of reinvigorated interest in the case of EDP from the authorities, hopefully, fingers crossed. And at the very least, at least it's benefiting victims of sexual violence through the money that it's raising for RAIN. Anyway, I wanted to yap about this a bit since I saw the trailer went up today. I cannot wait for August 9th for it to drop. Mike Klum really did outdo himself, man. This is a pretty unbelievable documentary. That's really about it. So, yeah.
Oh, that nigga's insane, bro. Like, that shit's dead ass insane, man. Good video though. Alright, I gotta hit this real quick. I think we're gonna do this is gonna be a reaction day. See, like, I tried to stream yesterday when you know what I'm saying, with Marvel Tokon dropping and stuff like that. Like, I was playing the game, like I had my little, you know, my arcade stick out there with my little clicky buttons and shit like that or whatever. I literally tried to freaking stream yesterday. I tried to stream that game. In the port, like I really hope they fix this when it's what's the name, but like that shit was like terribly fucking optimized for PC. Like for me it was running fine, but like literally if I had any other like streaming service, or like if I had like Discord up, or I had you know, OBS or something like that, that shit would just lag, like make it literally excruciatingly unplayable. And you know, I just couldn't stream it. I couldn't stream a fucking game. So I mean, hopefully they fix that shit. Hopefully it gets to working. But you know, We gonna get there when we get there. All right, what's this one? Fucking Andrew Tate downfall. All right, LeBron.
Whoa, hold on. That's Gene and them. The thing about them chickens is that when they come home to roost, boy, are they loud as hell. For years at this point, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate have been popping their gums and flapping those lips on the internet about all of the fantastical lifestyles that they've been living, all the money that they're making, and more specifically, the ways that they were going about doing these things. Basically, they were only able to get away with this stuff by doing criminal activities to women on the internet, and because they were in different places and spaces, legality was never in the same room as them. But things seem to be catching up. Charges that include rape and bodily harm are now looking at
what the fuck? What, yo, what is today? What is today? Like, there's just been so many violent crimes and acts that has been going on. Like, freaking David situation. We got the EDP situation, and now Andrew Tate on some weird shit. See, like, I mean, all right.
Andrew and Tristan Tate right in the face as they are being cuffed in Miami. And in 2026, if that whole red pill lifestyle wasn't already looking doom and gloom for a lot of its content creators, I think this seals the deal for any of the people still hanging on for dear life. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Back, baby. We back, baby. We at 180. 200's crazy, but it's right there. Now, back into the video. 59 total charges, 42 between Andrew and 17 between Tristan. Charges including multiple counts of rape, traffic, multiple instances of assault which led to actual bodily harm, offenses related to indecent images of babies, and extreme pornography. This isn't just some random.
You said what? Said what about children? Yo, what is up with the people and the children? What? We said what? What?
Of babies and extreme pornography. Harm, offenses related to indecent images of babies, and
indecent in what? Why can't we just leave children alone, man? Like, they kids, bro. Why are we doing this? Those niggas is so odd, yo.
Extreme pornography. This isn't just some random arrest that happened in Miami because they were partying too hard. This has been a long-standing situation that has been piling up and piling up and piling up. And since more charges have been added to the situation, it seems as though the governments and powers that be seem to be done with the Tate brothers. Now, of course, this is all alleged still, and of course, this all has to be proven in court. But the reason the story is following Andrew Tate so closely is because the allegations are colliding with an online persona that he has built over the past few years.
And I only get away with that because the girl of 6 years plays along. So Vivian's been with me 6 years. She's completely head over heels in love with me. She wants kids with me. When I bring on new girls, I usually pair them with Vivian. Because Vivian's younger. Melissa's like 28. Vivian's like 21. Vivian's like 21. Girl of 6 years plays along. Vivian's like 21. Girl of 6 years plays along.
Vivian's like 21.
Yeah, it's never looked good for Andrew Tate. Now, I know the way that a lot of the people on the internet like to paint Andrew Tate as some sort of macho alpha male that's just helping them come up out of their turtle shell. It's not a real and accurate depiction of who he is. He didn't just build his brand over some sort of controversial opinions that he's had. He's openly presented this influence and manipulation and control as proof that he understands women better than anybody else. Now, of course, we're going to continue to show clips throughout this video, and by no means am I saying that these clips are proof of anything. I'll let you be the one to determine that thing. Tate has repeatedly described younger women as more desirable because they had less experience and are easier to influence. He never frames these relationships as some sort of...
So, all right. Whenever I hear shit like that or whatever, niggas just want a doll. That's what you want. Like, you want your woman, right, to be modest and less experienced and easier to control. You just want a dog. Like, and if that's the case, why don't you go to your local Spencer's? Why don't you just go to your local Spencer's, man? Like, that shit is insane to me, y'all. And then like they keep on progressively just trying to get younger and younger because they want more impressionable fucking what's the name? So they just this is just so odd.
Of equal partnership and somebody that you can, maybe you have a little bit more experience that you can mold and all these other things. No, he never frames it that way. He's always framing these conversations as some sort of control. Like he's in charge of all these situations. He's the ones making the decisions, the right from the wrong, left from the right, etc., etc. The worst part about all of these things is that these aren't caught as some like off-guard conversations that he's having with the bros. He can't even put this as some sort of locker room talk. No, these are the things that have helped him promote his top G persona for the past couple years. And if I'm not mistaken, some of these conversations that will most likely be used in court are from his courses where he's teaching other young men and even older men how to be in charge of these relationships, how to be the alpha male, how to be top G just like he is.
19-year-old might have had one guy from high school, just broke up, she's fresh, and I can put my imprint on her. I created a system that allowed me to convince girls to do this, allowed me to retain 100% control of their income, allowed me to make sure they were effective, because it's a super competitive industry. Don't think this is easy money.
What does this nigga think he is, a pimp? What? This nigga a long line to work. What are we doing?
You're just going to put a girl on the camera and they're going to get rich straight away. No, it's very competitive and it's very difficult. I learned every tip and trick it takes to make sure a girl gets paid. I know how to make sure the girl can't run away.
And now all of these statements from this persona.
Yo, can't run away. Yeah, we know what you are, buddy. You a big HT and that ain't hashtag, gang. You a HT. You a HT. Niggas know that no. Niggas know. You know. Niggas an HT, bro. No hashtag, nigga. Everything that just came out of his mouth just screams that shit. You know that nigga be up on the port. You know that nigga be up on the port, bro. You know damn well he be up on the port. And these niggas roaming the streets. We might be finished. What are we doing?
That he has built over the past, it felt like a lifetime with Andrew Tate, to be quite honest with you, are now being used in serious allegations connected to all these different women all across Europe. But this is where I really think it gets tricky for Andrew Tate, because this obsession with control was not just limited to any sort of dating scenario. Tate also presented manipulation as a part of the way that he goes about making money.
I have to f her so she obeys me. I don't give a shit about having sex with beautiful women. I f them so they listen to me, so I can get what I actually want, which is not them. To me,
okay. You know, it gets frustrating when I see stuff like this as well, or whatever, because, like, obviously, one morals don't align with shit like this or whatever, but, like, say as a regular schmegular DZ, right? Say if you use, like, a regular schmegular DZ, you know, you build a relationship with a woman, you know, and, shit just don't work out how y'all planned it to, you know, whether that she makes a mistake, you make a mistake, you know, maybe y'all just not compatible anymore, whatever the case may be. I feel like as soon as you get access to a woman in that sort of manner and shit don't work out, the first thing that they're going to say is you use them for their body. Because of niggas like that. He wanted everything. Niggas like that, we wanted for all the niggas, man. You having to fight for your fucking life to be like, nah, I'm not lying to them, man. I just be wanting to, you know, I just be wanting to feel like we compatible or not. You know? God forbid you do anything to hurt her. First thing she's saying, used me from my body. That ain't the case. But you got niggas like this that do grimy shit like that on a consistent basis, that it just confirms it's a confirmation bias thing for like just women in general. You feel me? It's a confirmation bias thing. So when you got guys like, and I don't even want to say a majority, but it's a really, really big minority. You feel me? It's a very large minority of guys that think and act like this and move that type of way or whatever, that fuck the whole game up for the rest of the niggas. Be like, God damn, man. God damn, man. I gotta fight for my fucking life to prove that I wasn't here for this. Sometimes a nigga just want a hug, man. But you got niggas like this. As soon as you get into fucking drawers and shit don't work out, you use me for my body. Shit is fucking. Yeah.
To an end. Every single Bond girl was exploited. That's exactly what I do. When I watch a Bond film and I see him basically pimp a bitch, to me that speaks to my heart. I've been there. I've done that. Anyone who's followed me long enough knows that I first made my $1 million with a webcam business.
We gotta remember that part of Tate's enterprise is not because he's just this top G selling these courses to the...
I didn't even know that. Yo, he's dead as a pimp. He's an HT, no hashtag. He's an HT. We really just let this nigga build a whole platform and tell niggas how to operate and how to move and how to freaking direct towards women and shit. And this nigga's a whole HT. What are we doing? We got too many people that listen to this nigga though. Don't fuck the game up for everybody, bro. There ain't nobody happy now. Ain't nobody happy.
These men, or that he's some sort of crypto tycoon. Essentially, he made a business where he got young women to do webcam activities, and he himself monetized and profited off of the webcam activities that they were doing. Sort of like a manager, or there's a more deceitful, disgusting, and nauseating word for that YouTube won't allow me to use. I think you kind of get the gist.
Man, say that shit, nigga. Say that shit. We know what it is. You gotta say that shit on the chest, you feel me? We know damn well what it is, bro. The HT. HT, no hashtag, yo.
Described publicly, building some sort of relationship with these women so that he could gain their trust and so that they would follow his every instruction. And for what it's worth, he's always presented this sort of manipulation as intelligence rather than something disturbing for what it really is. But I think when you get in front of a jury of your peers, they will be able to see through all of that in no time. We've been doing it for the past couple years on YouTube. It should be pretty clear as to what's going on here.
This is disgusting. It's disgusting. The few fools at DCAW who just came along and told us that the mothers of our children are somehow half-Malaysian. I know you're half-Malaysian clearly. If you half-Malaysian someone, there is evidence. You know all 30 of those girls.
We know damn well, nigga, you was on the port, bro. You don't gotta lie. You don't gotta lie to us, bro. We know it. We know it already. You talking about evidence, bro. We can just go back down to your discography, bro. Your track record all over the internet. Got metadata everywhere. We know you at HT. No hashtag. We know you at HT. All the press, all the cameras, all the eyes open on you, bro. We know what you are, buddy. You just gotta admit that to yourself.
30 of them have statements in our defense. 30 saying we've done absolutely nothing wrong. 2 more of them.
Bro, he know damn well too. The main thing that you can do with that is coercion. If they're already trapped in a 360 deal with you, why the fuck would you, like, he used that as evidence or whatever. Of course they're not gonna speak out, bro. They in a 360 deal. They got finessed. They got fleeced. They was on the port. That's what the HT niggas do. They was on the port, bro. We know. Of course they're not gonna speak out on you, bro. They're gonna be swimming with the fishes if they do. Of course they're not gonna speak out on you. HT? Man.
mothers of our children, and 2 more have never even been to Romania.
Now, these clips don't 100% say that Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are 100% the people that they say they are, right? Maybe it was just some sort of kiki ha-ha persona for the algorithm of it all. But ultimately, the current allegations don't feel completely disconnected when you put all the pieces together. This whole brand identity that Andrew Tate has built over the past couple of years has been connected to always being in control, always being one step ahead. And for the most part, it's always been about manipulation of women. Whether it be for the guys who are trying to be better on dates, you know, get the better advantage in modern dating, or if it's for him and his quote unquote criminal enterprise to ultimately land millions of dollars so he could live out his fancy dreams in Romania. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, why is it just now that Andrew Tate is getting caught up in all of these situations with the police and facing real serious jail?
Because that's how fucking evidence works. The police not gonna just, like, you know, unless you're a fucking petty criminal, bro, that's the only time they be like, you know, they just step in, arrest you real quick or whatever. But even that take process, you feel me? I saw a freaking police freaking discovery the other day. Nigga came over there, saw they was impersonating the officer and shit, bro. Nigga hopped out the car or whatever. Nigga was already on 10. First thing he should have did was either arrest the dude or shoot him. Because he was pulling up on the car like mad crazy. You feel me? But they sat there. They sat there and let this nigga LARP as a police, as a freaking CIA agent. They let him LARP for 30 minutes before they actually detained him. And this is a petty crime. So imagine what they have to do when it comes to like more serious felonies, bro. They, you know, like the ground police officers, the grunts, the measlies, they not... they not gonna sit there, you know, and just start bashing through fucking what's the names and knock through doors and, you know, start detaining instantly, bro. They gotta build a case. They need to get warrants. They need to, you know, make sure the evidence is legit. There's a whole process to all these things or whatever, right? And, you know, like, and, you know, criminals is going to be discreet about it. I mean, obviously there's going to be trails everywhere and stuff like that or whatever. You can't be too discreet and shit like that or whatever, especially in the world that we is in now. But, it's going to take time. That's the point I'm trying to make, man. It's going to take time. Of course it starts now, stupid.
Time. Why hasn't it been before? For the most part, he's been a big figure, right? He's always had some sort of protection, even from the highest office in the land. The Tate brothers aren't dumb by any stretch of the means. They've always been able to be as flexible as possible when it comes to protecting their name, image, likeness, and ultimately avoiding jail time. They've bounced from country to country, place to place, talking on different platforms to different platforms so that they can avoid incriminating themselves or getting stuck in the mud in a way that they can't get out. And most recently, they've been praising the Trump family to the highest extent.
And I'm very close to the Trump family. I know them well, and I spoke to Barron after the incident, and I look forward to once I...
Yo, this nigga had Trump immunity, bro. That's why he didn't get fucking, you know, that's why they didn't get the investigation further, bro. I ain't gonna spread no political shit on here. But niggas that know. Niggas that know. We know why, you know, you had your diplomatic immunity in the form of Trump right there. We know why. We know why. But I digress.
I'm free being Donald Trump in person and reminding him that he's a bulletproof badass.
Now, this isn't a political channel, but it's probably due to the fact that the Trump family has been able to protect a lot of their friends and families from, you know, landing themselves in some sort of legal trouble. So with that context in mind, Tate's legal team has been trying to frame this as some sort of attack on him and his brand by the British government, and that this whole case was politically motivated.
You've often said that the process is the punishment. American citizens, in order for your freedom to be deprived, you have to be convicted in a court of law. There are certain exceptions. The extradition proceedings is one of them. So the enemies of Andrew and Tristan Tate know this, and they are doing what they have always done, and they are weaponizing the court process and weaponizing the tension against them in order to get them to break.
So this created the stage where there's this expectation that some of the powers at be on the United States side of things, i.e. the Trump family, some of the senators, some of the politicians, were going to protect Andrew Tate when it came to him being ousted as somebody who has all of these nasty things going on about him. This is where I think that the ego truly steps in, to think that, hey, just because I glaze a little bit on social media means that I'm gonna have some sort of protection. But it's funny because he's finding out in real time that these people don't want anything to do with him, and that they're not going to be protecting him from any sorts of criminal charges that they face in different countries.
Extraditions, I don't know the details of this particular case. I've been overseas, but I mean, I know who you're talking about. I just don't know the details of it. These cases have a process that they go through in the courts. My understanding is that they're involved in that judicial process. And so that'll play itself out at this point. And there's no role for us to play at this moment, or maybe ever, in that regard.
Just because you are friendly with people who are around the president doesn't mean that you have the same liberties as the president and his family. Doesn't mean that you have control over the American legal system. Trump can't simply erase criminal charges filed for you in Britain. And he potentially could stop the extradition and all this other stuff. But this is a situation where I think that he bit off a little bit more than he could chew, especially because he's been so boisterous and animated about the disgusting and nasty things that he's done over the past couple of years. And it's kind of like, come on, you making the block too hot. If we was trying to be covert about this, you being overt about this is not protecting us in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Trump has refused to block Tate's extradition into the United Kingdom. Look at all the twerking and the absolute double-handed slurping that the Tate brothers did for Trump over the past several years. Even after the Iran war, they refused to criticize Trump whenever it came up. Even during the situation, I brought up on stream how Trump is owned by the, and they didn't even want to say anything. They just froze up.
Yo, this is fucking crazy, bro. The niggas on that side got that much pull, bro. We can't even say they group on the channel. We can't even say they group on YouTube, bro. They got that much pull. Niggas not trying to get drone strike. God damn, niggas got motion like those. We can't even say the group. We can't even say the group, man. Shit crazy.
The Tates never criticized Trump is because deep down they were really hoping that Trump would go and save them if they got arrested and if they were called to be extradited to the United Kingdom.
And so while he may be buddy he first name basis with somebody like Donald Trump's son where they can play iMessage games, that does not mean those connections are helping him prevent being arrested in Miami. And so now Mr. Untouchable is being touched up crazy style for the nonsense that he spewed over the past few years on the internet, seemingly being backed and corroborated by people in real life. Moral of the story is that Andrew Tate over the past couple of years have been telling people that consequences are just for the ordinary people. He could say the most provocative things about women, brag about the manipulation, challenge authorities without any sort of investigation, and if it came, he would just turn that into some sort of content after all. And for years, that strategy worked. It brought money, it brought views, it brought influence, it brought millions of supporters who believed every accusation around him was proof that the system feared him. But ultimately, that same plan and strategy that was working is the same plan and strategy that was backfiring against him. I can almost 100% believe that they will use the online evidence over the past couple of years as a way to say that he did these things, as he faces him and his brother a combined 59 charges. And I think that's the funniest thing about the whole digital footprint conversation, is that at some point that life that you do live is going to catch back up to you. And now we're seeing in real time that these people are even willing to use the things that you said on the internet against you in a court of law. Like actual law. And for what it's worth, these two have been quiet for a long time, and the red pill community has been dying since they've kind of popped out of the mainstream. But ultimately, with them two facing real deal jail time and the 100% entire persona looking to be a facade, I don't think that we should see or hear or talk about or any of those things about the red pill community for a long time. If these guys end up in jail, it will signify the death of the red pill community, because it will mean that the actual biggest names and faces of the community are either dead or are in prison, and their lives were faked. They built this persona off of non-truths. Ultimately, those people that believed in it will have to really take a hard look at themselves and say, wow, I followed clowns for years just for them to be taking advantage of women and children at an alarming rate. It's disgusting.
I think that was a good you know what I'm saying, when it was a good point that he brought up at the end when he was talking about like niggas that really look up to this red pill shit or whatever, find out they fucking horrible people and shit. You know, and it really don't matter when it comes to like anybody. Like realistically, the only people you're supposed to be looking up to is your parents. If you got a good relationship with your parents and shit like that or whatever, right? Obviously, they're not gonna be the greatest of people at times and stuff like that. That's gonna be everybody. You know, we all human. But the only people that you really should be working up to is your parents and yourself. And you know, especially when it comes to like people like idolizing celebrities, streamers, actors, performers, musicians, stuff like that or whatever. Y'all niggas don't know them. Y'all don't know what they be getting into. Y'all don't know what they be getting busy with and shit like that or whatever. Y'all don't know what them niggas got up to in their real life, bro. Them niggas could be smooth, dead, fucking plain old evil, my nigga. Fucking absolute Joker type niggas, bro. But they get all performative in front of the camera and shit like that, bro. And everybody's like W Glaze, like all that shit or whatever, bro. Stop looking up to these niggas, man. You feel me? If I ever get big one day and shit like that, bro, you know what I'm saying? Get motion, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want little kids on my channel watching me and shit like this. This shit is not for kids, my nigga. But you know what I'm saying? When it comes to like teenagers and shit like that, they watching me. I do not want you niggas to idolize me, bro. I'm human just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we all on the same playing field, y'all. You know? We all on the same playing field. We all got to deal with all types of struggles, no matter whether that be monetarily, you know, family issues, drama with your peers. You know what I'm saying? We all got our individual lives, bro. Stop putting people on pedestals just because they got motion, they got pull, they got this, they got that, my nigga. Be true and authentic to yourself. And the only person that should be putting on that pedestal is you. You feel me? That's what you supposed to take from that, bro. Stop putting these other niggas on a pedestal greater than yourself just because they got a platform, bro. Anybody could do this shit. You feel me? You just gotta wanna have the passion. You just gotta, you know, have the right opportunity, set your goals and shit like that or whatever. Even if it's small scale, bro. If you're doing the shit that you love, bro, and being authentic to your true self, you feel me? That shit gonna go a long way. You're gonna feel a lot more, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel a lot more accomplished. Even if you don't got nothing to your name, bro. You're gonna feel a lot more accomplished doing the shit that makes you happy, that makes you feel whole inside, that make the shit that you wanna do. Instead of getting envious and hateful and spiteful and jealous of what other people got or idolizing, you know, celebrities and shit like that, right? When it comes to like, I think the best example of that, you know what I'm saying, Chris Brown, bro. My cousin, you know what I'm saying, my big cousin, he used to work for Chris Brown. He was like a stylist and shit like that or not. He had one of them things or whatever. He got in a fight with the stylist with this shit. We don't even get into that, right? But you know what I'm saying, Chris Brown. You know, a lot of girls like live up to fucking Chris Brown, idolize him, put him on that pedestal, say he's this, he's that, whatever. That nigga was beating on Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing he's and shit at her. You feel me? Even if it was a mutual fight or whatever, he shouldn't even be putting his hands on a woman. You feel me? And I mean, we all know this. Everybody knows this, right? But you still got people putting him on that pedestal because he got pulled, he got this, he got that. Stop. Stop. Just stop. You know what I'm saying? The only person you should be putting on that pedestal is yourself. But, you know, that's all I got to say about that shit. It was a good video, though. All right, what's next? What's next, man? What's next? What is next? I got no fucking clue. I think that was a good lineup of 3 videos and shit like that. We pushing an hour. I usually try to do like 2 hours of streaming and stuff like that. You know, we gotta get consistency at some point, bro. Eventually, bro. I'm gonna set up a stream. I'm gonna set up a stream schedule. You feel me? And it's gonna be specific times and specific this, specific that. When I go over there and I sit there and I talk about. I start trying to build my platform and being consistent when it comes to uploads, when it comes to editing, when it comes to Twitch clips, all that shit, whatever. But we gonna get into that in a little bit. You feel me? Let's see what's on the For You page. Like, if I had a little bit more pull, you feel me, I'd ask stream. You know what I'm saying? What to watch? What niggas interested in? What we wanna see? What we wanna interest to? You feel me? But we ain't there yet, my nigga. We gonna climb though. You feel me? I will say, like, day one shit, you know, I've been doing this shit for a while. And it's not, I have been doing this shit for a while, like, since I was the last kid and shit like that, when it came to, like, you know, just get clips from my room and shit. Just trying to, like, make people laugh, tell jokes and stuff like that. You feel me? And, I just never had the equipment to, like, actually sit there and do what I want to do and shit like that. But I got a whole fucking stream set up now, bro. This shit is immaculate. This shit is amazing. This shit genuinely, like, makes me feel complete inside. You feel me? So, you know, I got a passion for when it comes to, like, creating shit, whether that be music, whether that be editing stuff. I love making videos, you know, and that's why I got into streaming shit too. You know, streaming, you know, all I gotta do is talk in front of the camera, be my authentic self and stuff. Like, and some people just gonna get fuck with me just off the motion. You feel me? And I don't gotta be performative. I can just be me. I don't gotta sit there and fucking act. I don't gotta, like, play a part and shit like that or whatever. I just gotta be my real authentic self or whatever. And eventually, this slow grind or whatever is gonna pay off. You feel me? As long as you keep on doing what you want to do and having that passion and drive and stuff like that or whatever, it don't matter what the fuck niggas gotta say about you, bro. It don't matter. It don't. Do what the fuck you want to do. Stop catering to everybody else, bro. You're going to end up at a dead-end job making ends meet, you feel me, and not happy. You feel me? Life is full of abundances that a lot of us don't get to enjoy. So, you know, just find that little 1%. Something that just make you smile every day, bro. And fucking do it. That's what you should be, you know. That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be striving to do every day. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say for me, when it comes to this streaming shit or whatever, I'll say, like, it's hard for me to be consistent because I'm like, every time I'm like looking, I'm like, okay, you know, what can I do for stream? How can I, like, make this entertaining? How can I be this, that, third, or whatever as possible, so I can push videos out, make people laugh, make people smile. You feel me? And sometimes, you know, it will just be a slow day, and I'm just like, damn, I can't find shit. But I just had to realize, you feel me, especially because it was, like, so much going on in my life and shit like that or whatever, where, you know, everything has been, like, so volatile. I've been in my feelings a lot and shit like that or whatever. I just had to realize that I just need to just, like, even if I'm having a bad day, my nigga, just turn on the stream. You feel me? There ain't no harm in it. It's just a vlog going up. You feel me? There ain't no harm in it. I'll find a way. I'm authentic in myself. I know how to entertain people. I know how to make people laugh and shit like that or whatever. I'm not boring. You feel me? I'm boring in the other aspects. You feel me? I don't really go out the house and shit like that or whatever. I'm not no party nigga, right? But I'm not snooze fest fucking just sitting over here like this whole stream. That shit was cool, bro. I ain't one of them niggas. You feel me? I'm not one of them niggas. So I think a lot of the times for me, I just gotta, you know, even if I don't have the motivation, even if I'm feeling down, even when I'm feeling stressed, anything going bad in my life and shit, well, just cut the stream on, bro. And I guarantee that I'd have a better day every single day because of it. So I just gotta start doing that. All right, let's figure out what to fucking watch, man. I think the problem with me is too when I'm like looking down this like my For You pages and shit with that when it comes to, you know, finding a video that is entertaining for everyone, right? So for me, I don't have a specific niche. When you think I dabble in pretty much anything, you feel me? I can go from fucking like fighting game videos like that. This nigga talking about Art of the First Goon. What the fuck are we doing? See, shit like that. What are we doing? Right? We got wow. He definitely looked like a fucking school shooter. Right? I got so much like, you know, variety when it comes to my shit. You feel me? So a lot of the times I just try to figure out what I can find that would just be entertaining to a mass audience and stuff like that. And hopefully I can cultivate an audience at some point. You feel me? Like I just gotta be consistent. I know it's gonna be a slow road. I know you know, not everybody gonna fuck with it and stuff like that. But I gotta understand, bro. I'm young as shit. I ain't even finished college yet, my nigga. I'm 21. You feel me? I'm still in school. I don't even got other shit that's really going on. So I might as well just do the things that make me happy, you feel me? So well, you gonna find the video, bro. Nigga talk about Tyler and shit. Fuck. You know what? Hold on. They really want me to watch that fucking Jet TV shit. DJ Academics can't be fucking talking, my nigga. You know what? We'll watch this Reese video for real. Talk about this gay TV shit. God damn it. All right, LeBron.
Jack TV made a response to Gabe. You gotta put your ear to the streets and hear what he talking about.
Into it with Jack by no money. This ain't no by no money. Scratch.
What ain't it about? His career is over.
I ain't gonna lie. Now I don't know.
What the fuck?
To me, in my eyes, it looked like they real cool outside of like the job and the work stuff. You feel me?
I got into it with Jack by no money. This ain't no by no money. Scratch the money out.
You know what? Hold on. I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit because they're gonna be cutting off his fucking what's the name? I need to go to the actual fucking video, y'all. But watch this Jack TV shit. We'll see what the fuck he talking about. Just look up Jack TV, bro. Nigga, what? That shit's an hour. Nigga, if you don't suck my dick, we not doing this shit. Nigga, what are we doing? I need to plan my streams out a little bit more when it comes to that shit or whatever. I turned my shit on because I saw that EDP trailer. I need to like have like 7 to 8 videos that I can just boom, 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 just queue up on launch and shit like that when it comes to this reaction shit. But you know, That's hindsight. You feel me? We gonna get to that shit later. I don't want to see nothing about that David nigga right now again. All right, let's see. You know what we should do? What is where the trend and shit? Where is the trend and shit? We dead ass. We don't go back to fucking Charlie, I guess, bro. Oh, fuck it, damn it.
I know you've heard me blabber endlessly about TikTok degenerates harassing fast food employees for content, calling it pranks. I hate that garbage.
God damn it, man. I came in here fucking blind, bro, and the first thing we're talking about is it's just content, bro. Fuck. You got this grifting content, man. I hate seeing shit like that all the time. I hate that shit, bro. If you can't make content while leaving random people that you don't know alone, you shouldn't be making content, my nigga. Because that means you need props in order to be haha funny, cool, and shit. That ain't content, bro. You're just a piece of shit. That's just what it is, my nigga. You a dork. You a loser. You a goofy. You was a measly, bro. That's what you is. Like, you shouldn't be using freaking regular people, especially people that actually have actual jobs. You feel me? They deal with enough bullshit from stupid niggas all day, bro. And you gonna come with it there and fucking ruin their day for content because you using them as your props? You a real piece of shit. Fucking hate niggas like this, bro.
And I've got something a little bit different that still shares a lot of the similar DNA. This is like the remix. Now, the video starts in the middle of the hubbub. We don't get the intro to it, so we're left to just kind of piece together what was going on. I don't know if there ever will be, like, the Phantom Menace, the prequel here, to explain how we got to this point, but this insufferable douchebag starts filming one of the employees who is on the phone with authorities, reporting him for being disruptive and making threats, which is something this guy loves to do. While he himself is filming, he is still hurling threats at the McDonald's employees about, like, jumping over the counter, beating their ass, that kind of thing.
What?
And it doesn't go the way you think it goes. I actually cannot believe that this fucking lobotomite posted this on his own free will. This is one of those videos where you couldn't torture it out of someone. Like, if you were locked in Guantanamo Bay and they were trying to get access to this video, you just take it to the grave. You just let the fucking electric cord, like the jumper cables on the nipples, go through. You get waterboarded and you don't say a word because this is just so shameful. And this guy unapologetically posts it himself because he is that brain dead. He is that fucking poisoned by the idea of clout on TikTok, he couldn't help himself.
God damn it, what I say about these fucking content brain ass niggas, man? What I say? We gotta stop. We gotta stop the content brain, bro. We be talking about brain rot, this, that, the third, or whatever, bro. This shit unhealthy. Shit not cool. It's not healthy. This shit, no. Man, we gotta start smite these niggas, man. There's no way you sat there and was like, you know, just gonna be good content, bro. Let me just make fun of this nigga, man. That's what we doing. This shit cool, man. It's content brain dudes, yo. This shit's crazy. They only think, how can I get a prop to piss off so people can watch me? How would this affect me in the long run? I have no idea. I just want the bees.
Hey, Hassan, bro, this nigga's not trying to get my food, bro. My dad niggas. Hey, come here, kid, get my food.
What the fuck? Why is he saying that? The fucking porchata? What fucking porchata out here talking about? What?
Before I jump up, bro, I beat your ass on my dad niggas. Shut the fuck.
On your dead who, nigga? On your dead who? What fucking border bandit talking about dead niggas?
That bitch. Bitch ass nigga.
Threw his bag and now he's jumping on the counter. Now he's coming over the counter at me.
I jump, nigga, I'll beat your ass right now, bitch ass nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Bitch, you not getting my food, bitch ass nigga.
Who the fuck is this porchata talking about, bruh? If you don't sauce your ass out of the fucking... If you don't sauce your ass out of the fucking McDonald's, nigga, you's a bitch. You talking all this tough shit because you got a camera in your hand, man. If you wanted to slap them, you would have did it. You would have did it already, bruh. These fucking fake ass performative fucking theatrical ass niggas, bro. I can't do it, bro. These niggas think this shit a talent show. Y'all niggas is worthless. Y'all got no talent. You soulless fucks. There's no way you sat there and was like, yeah, this gonna get me a whole lot of attention and views, bro. I'm such a tough guy. Grr. Fucking hell. Bro. This goddamn fucking... Yo. What's frying me too, bro, you can tell in his voice that he not mixed with black. We can tell that, you know, he's of Latin descent. And there ain't nothing wrong with Latin descent, you feel me? I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican myself, you know, Boricua, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with, you know, the Latinx. You feel me? But a lot of you motherfuckers don't want to claim that y'all black. And that's cool. A lot of you niggas ain't mixed with black. And that's cool. But why y'all want to say nigga all the time, man? That's what I don't understand. Y'all want to be like, oh, my culture's so distinct from yours. I know black. I know black. And salsa and shit or whatever. But niggas press you, yo, why you saying nigga? Bro, we was slaves back there, son. We was this, we was that. We was right there with y'all. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, a white man call y'all out. I know black puppy. Shit is fucking insane, man.
This is the Zen master on the phone right there. He's just looking at him disappointed. He's actually kind of like begging him to come over that counter. I feel like he was just ready to serve the fucking knuckle sandwiches instead of the Happy Meal. So... the guy's doing his best to seem all hard and tough, and it is a flop. This shit is not hitting the way he thinks it does. The employees just look annoyed, not scared. He's reporting him to the police so that way the police can get him out of there, I'm guessing. And the whole time this guy is filming his POV of being just a sniveling little worm, just threatening to beat them up. Apparently he even did try and get over the counter, and you can see him like kind of huff and puff a little bit, and then he looks down and he is like
that nigga was that nigga was not trying to hop over the counter, bro. He was pump faking, bro. That's what a lot of these fake ass demons be doing, bro. They be pump faking. A lot of these niggas, you feel me? He hiding behind that camera. That's his pump fake right there. That's his fake pole. That's his fake pole. The camera, cause he know niggas not gonna hit. You know, a lot of them niggas. We already know the rule is, you know what I'm saying, once that camera get in your hand, bro, apparently you're fucking invincible, nigga. Nobody be trusting the cameraman. You know what I'm saying? The camera his fake pole, bro. This nigga just, he pump faking. That nigga think that shit, that nigga think that shit a fucking AA-12 with the incendiary rounds. That nigga think he got a fucking P-19. This nigga think he got a Desert Eagle, bro. Whole time he just got a phone in his hand, being a fucking nuisance. Fucking dweeb ass niggas, man. God damn it. Yo, I ain't never seen a nigga pump fake a Yo, why we pump faking hopping over the counter, bro? If you really wanted to beat this nigga, bro, you would have did it. You would have slid him, bro. Nigga pump faking for the cameras. Fucking these performative theatrical ass niggas, man. These the same niggas that don't be these the same niggas that was in school and went to theater arts and said that shit was lame, bro. Whole time. These niggas is more performative than the actors on stage. They more performative than the playwrights. Shit crazy.
Top of the counter like some kind of fucking freak. And then the guy's still just staring a hole through him the entire time while he's on the phone.
I'll beat your ass right now. Gene, I'll beat your ass. Hey, on my dead niggas, you better not... Bro, hey, on my dead niggas.
Get dead who?
On my dead niggas, you playing, bro.
Get the fuck out of our store.
He got blitzed. He got blitzed. You pussy ass nigga got blitzed. Yo, I'm crying. Yo. It's a fuck ass nigga again. That's what all the theatrics got you. Fucking ass will buy a McDonald's employee, man. Nigga was tired of your shit. That's what I encourage a lot of you motherfuckers to do, bro. Y'all be seeing active nuisances and be like, oh, let me just walk away. It's not really worth it. Sometimes you just gotta beat a nigga ass, bro. Then he'll remember, maybe I shouldn't do this because this is going to happen. Sometimes you just gotta do it, man. He got blitzed though. This shit fried me. Yo, he's
out of our store.
Yo, he on the ground and shit. Fuck out my store, pussy. He said, all right.
I didn't even do shit, bro.
I know how to come back behind the counter. Yeah.
Now you.
I guess climbing.
Yo, he said I ain't do nothing, bro. He's getting manhandled. What I say about the pump faking, bro? This nigga said, I'm a real nigga. You ain't gonna touch me. You a bitch. Fuck out of here. Nigga thought he was safe because he had that cameraman invincibility, bro. Whole time we found out this shit don't work, bro. His fake pole. His pole don't up, bro. The shit jammed. That shit don't work, my nigga. Yo, a lot of these niggas that be doing this shit now be getting the squirrelies. They was the ones getting swirlies in school. You feel me? They was the ones getting head first into the trash can, shoved into the lockers. As soon as they get the camera in their hand, bro, though, we all tough guys. Just be your authentic self, man. If you're not funny without pissing people off, maybe it's not for you. Just maybe the content shit just ain't for you, my nigga. Find a new talent. It's okay. It's okay, bro.
Over the counter proved to be too much for him, a Herculean task he couldn't complete with his fucking glass bones and paper skin. He's too weak and puny to get over the counter, so instead he walks around to open the door, but then the other employee meets him there and he fucking busts that door open, hits him with the door. It was like a jump scare out of Resident Evil. He hits him with the door and then gets him in a headlock and then just starts walking him out the door. And the whole time you can hear him like choking. He's like, but I didn't do shit. And then he throws him out and you can still hear him like coughing and like gurgling like that. And he
tossed him away like trash. That's what a lot of you niggas need to do, bro. A lot of you just gotta toss these little niggas aside, bro.
Did this, by the way. Looking like a complete fool, a total bitch. He posted this himself and is getting endlessly clowned on in the comments. I saw this because Matt sent it to me earlier today and was like laughing at this guy. It is incomprehensible. A, to act like this in public. I can't fucking stand people that get all steamed about, it sounds like he didn't get his food in a timely fashion, and then I guess made like a big ruckus about it, so then they refused him service, and then he got all angry, started threatening them, climbing over the counter, so then they called the authorities, and then he really wanted to be the big tough guy, and just got completely Gangnam styled on. Like, holy shit, he couldn't have looked more pathetic if he tried. And he posted this video. We're not looking at like CCTV footage here. We're not looking at like the employee's POV. This is through the empty eyes of the loser himself. What would possess you to post this video?
Why is that even a question, bro? He's content brained. The only thing that's on his mind is views and attention. He don't care about the embarrassment. He don't care about getting manhandled, to get babied, getting thrown on the sidewalk like a little ass boy. He don't care about that. He care about, me getting fried like this. Oh my God, I'm about to get so much attention. A lot of these niggas is just insane like that, yo. The content brain gotta stop. We gotta find a cure. Why can't we get the scientists in the lab to start cooking up? You know what I'm saying? We have freaking CIA scientists. They be fucking making viruses out of thin air and shit like that. Just be blowing that shit out in the atmosphere. We can't find a cure for the content brain? You telling me that's impossible, though? We can't find a cure for the content brain. God damn it, man.
I can't think of a single reason for it. Like, again, it has to just be the idea that this would go viral for him and he'd get so many updates and all of this attention and then be able to snowball into a social media career. And while the video has popped off on TikTok, he himself has seen no upside. Like, I was looking, and it's not like his followers went up. He's tried to, like, spam content, like, over the last 24 hours. Because this video is, like, 2 days old. And over the last 24 hours, he's just been vomiting out all kinds of useless garbage. And nobody's watching that. And the few people that are there just to leave a mean comment and make fun of him. So, like, I really cannot imagine why someone would ever think to post something as shameful as this. Especially this goober in particular, because a lot of what he posts is him flexing. So, like, in one of them, he's flexing money and, like, dancing around and stuff. You can't, like, you have completely ruined your ability to even put on that facade because this video exists on your page that you posted on your own volition of just getting actually fucking wedgied out of a McDonald's, dude. Like, I don't...
Yo, I think that's the worst part about flexing niggas, bro. And we don't really talk about that. Like, a lot of these flexing ass niggas, bro, they're the most insecure people in the world, yo. And, you know, they gotta put the facade on because they're not happy with themselves otherwise, bro. They gotta make sure they got more bread than you. They gotta make sure they got more holes than you. They gotta make sure they got a better house, a better car, a better fit. Just be yourself, gang. If you a loser, you know, and you don't really like yourself, bro, change that shit. You feel me? And I know we have a lot of off days and shit like that or whatever, you know, like back then, you know, I be saying, like, I be fighting demons and shit too. You know, sometimes we don't like our the version of ourselves that we see in the mirror sometimes, you feel me? But like you gotta keep moving, my nigga. You gotta keep moving. Either that or blow your shit off, bro. No excuses, my nigga. Stop complaining about it if you're not gonna blow your shit off, bro. Stop complaining.
I don't know what you were thinking. So, like, all of his flexing is just so flat and it's so lame. And he's desperately trying to cling to this, like, proudly, calling himself the McDonald guy. Because he couldn't even get the name of the restaurant right in his own post. So he's the McDonald guy. Yeah, man, I'm sure this branding's got a lot of legs. I'm sure it'll take off like the Costco guys or some shit. You're the McDonald guy. You know, the hemorrhoid that goes into McDonald, stirring up trouble, causing a big scene, so that way you can start filming and acting hard, and then you end up just getting manhandled and thrown out while whimpering. Pretty cool, man. I just don't get what would ever possess someone to post some shit like this. Anyway, if you don't want to get thrown out of a McDonald's, make sure that you keep your hygiene up to date. And Cheeky,
Oh
we're
hell,
making
this
it
nigga
easier
getting
than
a
ever. We
sponsor
got
of hell. Hell no. Oh my god, we just got the sponsor of hell. He just freaking seamlessly transitioned into that. God damn. Alright. Let's chill. This is a good video. Alright, man. Obviously there's a lot more I can stream and shit like that, but we pushing an hour 30, you feel me? You know, I was gonna take a little break and shit like that or whatever, but you know, I need to plan my streams out a little bit better and shit like that. I will say, I got a lot of shit, bro. Like I've been sitting over here like just creating shit all day. You feel me? And I got so much things to edit and stuff like that that a lot of people don't see behind the scenes and stuff like that. Like people just think, you know, streaming and posting content or whatever is just like get in front of a camera, post a clip. But there's so much creative and expression that like I choose to do in my videos and stuff like that that a lot of people don't see in the background and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't really care if people don't appreciate it and shit like that or whatever. But the people that's gonna route with me and that's gonna enjoy that shit, bro, I'm gonna keep on doing what we gotta do. You feel me? So that's really about it, man. That shit was funny though, man. This shit's crazy.